Cathartic. Satisfying. Intense. Fast-paced. Fun. Describing Doom 2016 doesn't take many words. I think those terms are what is most important to focus on in a brief overview of this game. The catharsis of this game comes from a combination of satisfying and intense animations and sound design. The fast-paced combat makes obtaining these animations, glory kills, chainsaw kills, and otherwise, extremely fun. The areas between these cathartic battles are usually platforming sections that take advantage of Doom's great movement. The player can easily and quickly progress to the next fight, or they can hunt around for secrets. They can keep up the pace or give themselves a chance to breathe. The movement is further taken advantage of in the arena design. The battlefields often have multiple levels that the player is encouraged to utilize. There is a heavy emphasis placed on constantly moving to avoid fast enemies, projectiles, and the occasional environmental hazard. This only adds to the high tempo that this game maintains. The game also paces itself well in terms of difficulty. To me, it never felt as though there was a significant spike in difficulty. It was a smooth and steady incline. Harder enemies were slowly introduced in places that always felt like the right moment to do so. The story isn't anything too complex, but it works for this game. It's the right amount of story to motivate movement from one location to the next, but not too much that it gets in the way of the core reason this game is great, the combat.
I don't have many criticisms of the game, though. I feel as though towards the end of the game, the gameplay loop does become somewhat repetitive, and I feel like the locations at the end of the game weren't distinct enough from those at the beginning of the game, and it created this feeling of repetition. The mechanics of the game are fun enough, though, that it didn't become too grating or boring.
If you're looking for a shooter that utilizes tight movement, fun combat mechanics, and incredible music, pick up Doom 2016. I think it's also important to take the price into account. On Steam it goes for about $20 US, though I got it on sale for $5. For either of those prices, it's an absolute steal. I personally find it still worth it to play, despite the sequel having just come out. If you're looking for something with a more complex and driven narrative, then why don't you go to a book club, nerd?